Yo, yo, yo. What's up? What's up, Balo? I'm just tweeting out the links. Letting everyone know I'm live. We'll let a couple people get in here and then I'll get it pushing. I'm about to start rapping on these beats, bro. What's up? What's up, bro? I'm doing well. I hope your weekend was good. Yeah, I'm about to start rapping. I swear to God. It sounds like an old school beat. Should I just rap for you guys? Alright, let me wait for a couple people to get in here and we'll get it going. What's up, Spartan? Yo, this sounds like New Jobbies or New Jobbies, however you pronounce it. Old beat. What's up? What's up? I'm doing well, man. I'm a little bit hungover right now. I never drink. I drink like once a year. I'm not even exaggerating, like once or twice a year. Usually once on the 4th. So we had a 4th of July party last night. I'm pretty banged up right now. I'm tired, but I gotta get the stream in and I gotta do my weekly prep. Cause Sunday is where you win the week. Sundays where you win the week trading for sure. You gotta do that weekly forecasting and prep. Gotta know what pairs to look at. Go for it. Give us some lines. No, I can't go out like that. Drinking patiently? Yeah. I guess I was drinking patiently last night, yeah. I was pretty drunk. I'm not a big drinker though. Don't recommend you guys drink. It's terrible for you. Alright, let me wait for a couple more people to get in here and then we'll get it going. Do you look at seasonals? You mean like seasonal tendencies? Sorry, I was reading the chat. I don't use them now, but like they can be useful. The order flow tells you everything you need to know. You know, I don't need to know that we have a tendency to be bullish or bearish in a month. As long as the order flow is telling me that we're bullish, then I know that we're bullish, you know. Everything that you need is within that order flow. So you can use seasonal tendencies or whatever, seasonality, but I don't use it. To me, it's just more noise, you know. I don't need it. What's good? What's good? What's good? Appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll be going over ES. Yeah, for sure. I go over indices. I go over pretty much everything, you know. Commodities, indexes, forex. I will be going over everything. Every Sunday I go through every asset class. Can we trade patiently this week, bro? That's the goal, man. That's the goal. That's always the goal. I didn't take a swing trade last week, so I've been very patient. I took one trade last week. It was a win on NASDAQ. You guys saw it. I took it on the live stream. That intraday trade on NQ. July is traditionally weak for Dixie. Yeah, dollar's in a weird spot right now, bro. I'll go over it. All right, let's get into it. I think I give people a fair chance to get in here. I'm gonna drop the thing to make sure that this doesn't drop any frames. All right, we should be cool now. We should be cool. How's everybody doing though? What's up, Ziha? July is a cracking month. What do you mean by that? Yeah, drinking patiently is crazy. Alcohol is no bueno. Alright, let's get into this. I feel like the stream's dropping frames though. Is it dropping frames? Are you guys not dropping frames? Let me know in the chat. I'm still bullish on Dixie long term, bearish for this week though. Yeah, I'll get into it. Let me know if it's dropping frames. Alright, because my thing's red right now. Should I hold on? What if I give it more bit rate? Give it like 15k bit rate, use more of my internet. I don't know if that'll help or not. Sorry guys, I'm trying to make sure that this doesn't drop frames. No way, just okay. Bro. My fault. This is pissing me off. I don't want it to drop frames. I gave it 20k bit rate, so it should use more of my internet. If anything, that should help. If it doesn't, I don't know. All right, let's get into it, bro. I'm tired of wasting your guys' time. Let me know if it's dropping frames in the chat, though. If it's dropping frames, I gotta figure it out. How large should a sample size be? Like 30 trades, 50 trades. If you want like conclusive data, if you want to be able to know for certain, you know, my win rate, my edge is this, my numbers are this, I would say 50 to 100. But 30, 35, I feel like is a solid sample size. Anything beyond that. Forecast actually helping me big. Thanks for that. I got you, bro. Appreciate you tuning in. Yo, is it dropping frames or not? Because it's saying it is, which is really annoying. What if I think I'm only streaming 1080 right now. It shouldn't be 4K. Yeah. Yeah, I am. What's up? I don't have them. Oh, I do have them. Sorry, I lied. I am. Alright. Alright, but I love you. Alright. Let's do this. Bro, my stream is dropping frames, dog. This is really annoying. It looks fine on my end. Love and light from South Africa. Appreciate you tuning in, bro. That's so cool that you're tuning in from South Africa. We disrespected weekly for value up on dollar. Yup. Yo, my internet is tweaking out, boys. Looks fine. It says it's dropping 50% frames right now. Let me try to drop the quality a little bit. Sorry, guys. Trying to make sure this thing works. All right, we're gonna get into it, bro. Enough wasting your time. Let's do it. All right. And the screen's black. My fault. Hold on. I'm all over the place right now. Okay, we're good. Gosh. Can you guys tell I was drinking last night? Because I'm all over the place. Alright, we should be good. You guys like the new overlay at the bottom? Let me know if it blocks things. If you want that moved, I'll take it off. But you shouldn't really need to see the bottom. Alright, we're not dropping frames anymore. I don't think. We should be good. Alright, let's tee up. Lock in. First thing we do. What's the first thing we do every single Sunday? Let me know in the chat. What's the very first thing that we do every Sunday? I'm not pulling it up until you guys say it in chat. Mario, what's up, bro? EC. Calendar. Yup. All right, let's do it. Calendar is the very first thing that we do every single Sunday. All right, you guys should be able to see that. Dude, my thing, is it dropping frames? Just lost a bunch of viewers. I don't know if my thing's going down. Dixie is not clear. Yeah, I agree. All right, so Monday, we have no news. I'm not really interested in taking trades on Monday. No news driver. Likely going to be lethargic. You know, we're likely going to consolidate. Mondays are already usually accumulation for the weekly profile. Damn, why did I just lose like half the viewers? That's crazy. Did my thing drop? Anyways, yeah, Monday we have no news. So Monday is likely going to be accumulation. It's likely going to be consolidation. I'm not interested in trading intraday on Monday. For swings, as you guys know, I will take swings on Monday. I'll take an entry on my swing trades on Monday. That's completely fine by me to do so. But that being said, anything intraday I won't be taking. Why is my thing on? Anything intraday I'm not taking. Tuesday we have USD red folder, New Zealand dollar red folder. So you could trade those intraday. Those should have volatility injection. They should be willing to expand. On Tuesday, you guys know the drill, right? If we have red folder on the day, you can trade it intraday. It's more likely to expand. Wednesday, US dollar. Powell testifies, so I'd probably want to wait till like 10. And then Thursday, pound and US dollar. So we have a good amount of US dollar news this week. So we can see Dixie have an expansion either way. But like Julian said, the dollar isn't that clear right now. So now that we have an idea of what days we're trading, you know, what days we're focusing on crosses or US dollar pairs, let's get into the dollar analysis. Is the music too high, by the way? I'll turn it down a little bit. I'll turn it down a little bit. All right. So as we can see on the monthly is just consolidation. Barcoding right now, not high probability. You know, when dollars in consolidation, you want to stay away from it and just focus on crosses. Low probability conditions all around when dollars consolidating. All right, so that is your sign to most likely focus on crosses. Now, the monthly order flow, you guys know the drill, right? Monthly order flow has been bullish. We created this SIBI lower. It's now, you know, creating bearish order flow here. So we had this change in state of delivery on the monthly consolidation, then a new bearish fair value gap lower. So to me, this order flow is objectively, you know, mechanically bearish, but we're consolidating on the monthly. The weekly, we are potentially offering fair value, but we have this body closed below that fair value gap. We have the order block in discount, so we are in discount of this range. I do still think that it's very, very possible that we can head higher. You know, it happens all the time where we close below fair value gaps and we still, you know, head higher. Just because a fair value gap is closed below doesn't necessarily mean that that price leg won't hold. So it's not a set in stone type of thing. You more so just want to read. Damn, my voice is cracked. Crazy. You more so want to just read the order flow on the lower time frame. So on the 4 hour, you know, on the 1 hour, you want to read the order flow and the fair value gaps. What are they saying? Are they pointing towards targeting this liquidity down here? So are the 4 hour and 1 hour, you know, confirming the idea of heading lower with fair value gaps and bearish order flow? Or are they shifting bullish and, you know, telling us that we want to head higher and respect discount? That's basically how you would want to approach this. But right now, I do feel like it isn't that clear. You know, it could go either way. So for me, it's not a set in stone thing. There isn't a clear bias right now to me. I need to wait and see more price action and order flow. I need to see what the 4 hour and 1 hour are doing. and what the fair value gaps, what the order flow is pointing towards. Because if the 4 hour and 1 hour are just, you know, bearish order flow, respecting premium arrays, making bearish fair value gaps, then we know that it's targeting this low. And from there, you know, we have to reassess. So we'll have bearish dollar. But as we can see, we are in discount of that weekly range. The daily has shifted bearish. So we'll see if this is just a pullback to discount of the weekly to head higher, or if we are, you know, getting bearish dollar now, target that sell side. So that's basically where I'm at with dollar. And what you can conclude off that is that I want to focus more on crosses until dollar feels obvious. So if there comes a point later in the week where dollar continues lower and this order flow doesn't shift bullish, you know, the 4 hour will be pointing lower, then I would say, all right, we're bearish towards the sell side. But right now, I'm not necessarily ready to commit to that. It can go either way here. Where, you know, we've offered fair value. We did have the body close below in disrespect, but that being said, we can still head higher from discount. So I want to read this order flow. You know, does this change state of delivery and head higher? In that case, you know, we are expecting bullish dollar, and that'll become very obvious that dollar is bullish still. But if we don't, and we just continue bearish, then we know that it's targeting that sell side, because we know, you know, price is either offering fair value or it's seeking liquidity. So if we offer fair value and we fail to head higher, then we're seeking this liquidity. And yeah, so let's get into the rest of the currencies. Dixie, it can still go bullish, but not right now. We gotta wait. Yeah, exactly. And we have a lot of news this week, so I could see it going either way. Definitely not interested in anything US dollar on Monday. Unclear direction on Dixie, plus no news, low probability. I'm good. I'm definitely good on that. So yeah, crosses are probably going to be more of a focus. All right, AUD, Australian dollar. We've had a very clear bearish order flow. Then we get this change of state of delivery. Here's your confirmed change of state of delivery right here. Now we're respecting, you know, the bullish fair value gap. So this order flow on the monthly, objectively, you know, mechanically to me is bullish, regardless of this, you know, downtrend. Weekly order flow as well is bullish. We don't have, you know, much to operate within right now. This is the expansion candle, likely of a new fair value gap. This area will become fair value for price. So if we do pull back, you would want to see higher prices off of this. Off that, you know, that is where the orders should get mitigated. That is where, you know, we should head higher off of. This is why I lean into the whole support and resistance debate on Twitter, because at the end of the day, this is all support and resistance. And the people that really understand price, the people that really understand what is going on with these markets, smart money, with the banks, you know, order mitigation, all that, they understand that it's all support and resistance. It's just, it comes down to the trader. So everything works, whether that's supply and demand, whether that's patterns, trend lines, ICT, you know, whatever it is, it all works. It comes down to the trader, and it comes down to having the numbers. So numbers are numbers, bro. The numbers just play out, whatever your strategy is. So that's why I just, anyone who says otherwise, I'm not gonna lie, I won't. I'm a very open-minded person, but I will not hear them out. Like, I'm set on that. There's no debating that for me. But that's a little rant I just went on. Can you go over AUD and ZD and their futures real quick? Absolutely. I'm going over AUD futures right now. So we have bullish order flow on the weekly. This is fair value. We should head higher off that. We have this expansion candle. This is likely going to be the third candle, like I said right here, that forms a weekly fair value gap. So we want to gauge if that's going to be a consolidation candle, or if we're going to create a breakaway gap and expand on the third candle. But this area should become fair value. There's really not much here to say. The weekly, daily, monthly are all bullish. So AUD looks bullish right now, especially with potentially bearish dollar. Would be bullish on AUD. Creating new daily fair value gaps, you know. So yeah, looks bullish to me. Currencies should be bullish if dollar is bearish, but again, we don't know what dollar is doing right now, so keep that in mind. Monthly internal to external is playing out. So we offer fair value. Now we should seek this buy side liquidity. Weekly, within that context, we have this order flow, this bullish fair value gap here. Fair value, we offer fair value on the weekly. Now we should seek again this liquidity. So we have internal to external as well on the weekly. This is the larger monthly context, and that is the my voice keeps cracking, dog. That is the weekly right there context. Pound as well, looking bullish. It really depends on dollar, but the weekly shifting here. Daily as well, change in state of delivery. This is your change in state of delivery right here, and we're creating a daily fair value gap higher. So bullish as well on pound, but again, I need to see what dollar's doing. Dollar will affect everything. It's the world currency, so we'll see what dollar does. Canadian dollar, bearish monthly order flow, consolidation on the monthly. Weekly consolidation. Bro, I don't even want, this is gross, but I literally taste beer in my mouth. That's so gross. It's disgusting. Don't drink. Tastes disgusting. All right. I'm sorry, I just shared that. Daily order flow. Sorry, let me lock in. Weekly consolidation, low probability. Like I always say with these currencies, we want to categorize them into tiers, right? So a strong currency, a weak currency, or a consolidating currency. So what you can do if you want, if it helps you, is create these. I actually forgot to get rid of all this, but what you can do is create these and then do it for the categories. So do green for the bullish currencies, red for the weak currencies, and then do another color for consolidating if that's how you want to do it. That's easier for you to do. Trading under influence. Yeah. Anything works. It just comes down to risk management, because every edge can exactly. Yeah, it's just numbers, bro. It's numbers. It's literally an edge. So whatever your edge is, as long as you, the trader, can make, you can execute on the system properly and let the edge play out, then it's all the same stuff. So anyone who says otherwise is just they're naive. They don't understand. Ditch support and resistance to learn ICT to go back to support and resistance. Yeah, I mean, basically, you ditch support and resistance for another version of support and resistance, because they're both strong. I'm not sure which one is stronger. The only thing I see is a. So if AUD NZD is going down, then you know that AUD is weaker, because AUD is the base currency of that pair. So whatever the base currency of the pair is, so like Euro GBP, for example, Euro is the base currency. If Euro is going down, Euro GBP is going down, then Euro is weaker than pound. What do you think about Euro GBP based on GBP futures? I don't know yet. I'll let you know. Daily consolidation. All right, let me run through these. These currencies are going to be bullish if dollar is bearish, right? Monthly consolidation. Weekly, failing to head lower off of that weekly fair value gap. I actually avoided this loss. A lot of people took the loss last week on this Euro short from the weekly fair value gap, because they took the 1 hour. I think a lot of people took this entry right here, and the reason I did not take that is because it didn't meet my rules. And my rules are, I need to see from a weekly PD ray, from a weekly fair value gap, I need to see a 4 hour change in state of delivery, and the 4 hour never shifted. So because of that, I didn't take it, right? I follow my rules, so it saved me from a loss. That is why I prefer to just wait for the 4 hour to shift from a weekly. From a monthly, I prefer to wait for the daily, and then from a daily level, I prefer to wait for the 1 hour. So because we didn't change state of delivery, I did not take that. I avoided the loss. But that's just following my system and following my rules. It's part of trading. I know that, but it's overall strong, but currently unclear if it wants to pull back. Yeah, I will. I don't know what to say about that right now. Monthly consolidation, weekly, already talked about it. Failing to offer fair value, you should seek that buy side liquidity. Daily, at a stop hunt down here. Change in state of delivery here. Like I said, high probability changes in state of delivery. They have a liquidity grab, a stop hunt. then they create a fair value gap. That's our change in state of delivery. Order flow shifted. Now we should continue to head higher, assuming that dollar heads lower. Really depends on Dixie, like I keep saying. Yen has been super, super weak, but we're pulling back right now. Created this weekly SIBI. You also have this SIBI up here. Want to see it stay into this, potentially head lower. Context on yen could be really good. Yen pairs could be really nice. Like that a lot. Now, New Zealand dollar. Weekly internal to external context. Daily, change in state of delivery. Heading higher, potentially seeking this liquidity up here. Same analysis, pretty much across the board on currencies. Because if dollar is going to be bearish, then these are going to be going up. Monthly, internal to external. On Swiss franc. Weekly, created the SIBI. This candle really looks like it wants to retest that. The bat. Could be nice context on CHF as well. Really depends on dollar, like I've said, multiple times. Now, let's get into the majors. Bearish dollar equals bullish AU, EU, GU, and NU. And then bearish UCAD, U Swiss franc, U yen. Monthly internal to external on AU. It's going to be the same analysis, as the currencies that I just looked at. So I'm just going to skip them. You guys understand. You saw the analysis I just did on the currencies, and they will be the same thing as these four. So the analysis is not, changing. Let's look at UCAD. It's going to be the same thing, but inverse. Monthly consolidation, weekly consolidation, low probability across the board. I'm all good on that. Daily, we do have this bearish fair value up here, but I'm just not interested in getting involved with consolidation. Monthly, potential internal to external. Weekly, creating this BISI. Potentially head higher from here. Again, depends on dollar. Weekly fair value area right here. Same thing. All right, crosses. This is where my focus is most likely going to be until dollar clears up, until I understand exactly what dollar is doing. So I would highly recommend, when you don't understand what dollar is doing, to just shift that focus to crosses. Save the brain points. Let dollar do its thing. All right, I always give the analogy. It's like giving someone space when they're mad at you. When dollar's acting up or it's pissed off per se, just give it room to breathe and let it do its thing. Monthly, change in state of delivery after the stop hunt. Weekly, expanding out of this consolidation. This context here was nice, internal to external. Very, very nice move from that weekly fair value gap. Just expanding. It was an expansion candle last week. There's not really anything here to mess around with. If we do create a daily, fair value gap and have context, we could operate off that. So I'll add it to the wait list. But right now I'll just be waiting for context on that. AC, monthly, internal to external. Weekly, bullish fair value gap. Daily, fair value gap here. Interesting. Could be nice longs. Could be nice context here. I'm going to add it to the long list. AJ has been pushing, man. AJ has been feeding families. Weekly bag. Daily internal. I'm gonna wait. I'll add it to the wait list. I like it for long, so AUDNZD for whoever was asking. Going to talk about it now. Let me read the chat real quick. Support and resistance don't teach you change in state of delivery. I mean, it does though. It's just different. Change in state of delivery is just a different name for defining order flow changing. Yo, support and resistance talks about market structure all the time. So it's just market structure. Where would change in state of delivery be on that 4-hour EU? Hold on, let me see. That's a confusing one because it's just consolidation. I would consider it. Well, that's on the daily. I don't know. That's confusing. We ran these lows. Yeah, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. It's confusing. AUD NZD. Monthly internal to external. Offer fair value. Now we should seek liquidity. But to answer your question, it's not even worth worrying about, Julian. Just save your brain points. Or sorry, Mario, not Julian. Can you explain how you define a change of state of delivery on the 4-hour? Just a change of state of delivery is simply order flow shifting, and it's when price creates an order block at a higher time frame PD rate. So when we get this body close, above the order block, that is our change of state of delivery. So this right here, close above the opening price of that order block, becomes our change in state of delivery. That now becomes a sensitive area. It acts as fair value for price. So price will refer to that, offer fair value, and should now respect that and head higher. So change in state of delivery, market structure shift, ST, whatever, all that stuff is different ways of viewing order flow shift. Just pick whichever one resonates with you. Monthly, fair value, seek liquidity. Looks bullish on the monthly to me. Weekly, potential breakaway gap. Want to gauge the lower time frames to see if we pull back towards this weekly fair value gap, because it is very possible if the 4-hour shifts that we draw here before heading higher, add it to the long list. Actually, I'll put it on the wait list, because right now there isn't much to do besides wait. The 4-hour potentially change state of delivery here. To me, this looks like our valid change state of delivery. We get our order block formed here, opening price, and we close below it. 4-hour should be bearish, potentially heading towards that weekly fair value gap, like I said. So it wouldn't surprise me if AUD NZD pulls back towards that in the short term. CAD CHF, monthly internal to external, fair value, seek liquidity. Crazy wick from this fair value gap. Could have nice weekly context on this as well. I'm a fan. Monthly CAD yen. This is our fair value area. This looks really nice. Let's potentially head higher off of that, and then we'll have the weekly context targeting this candle's buy side. Looks good. I'm a fan of that as well. 4-hour will pull back, and it is, pulling back towards that weekly fair value gap. Let's potentially head higher off of. Daily consolidation. Weekly fair value gap down here. Monthly, kind of gross. Weekly, bearish. I'm not a big fan of this. I'm good on this. Daily is disgusting. So if you expect AUD NZD bearish short term, does that mean NZD CHF is a better pair to long? Because I saw you had AUD CHF on the long list. Whichever pair is the pair of strong and weak currencies, I'll have to look at it. My brain is fried right now. So to think about that and then keep doing stuff. I gotta think about it in a little bit. Hold on. I need to keep going with the forecast, bro. But this, to answer your question, whichever of the two is the pair of strong and weak currencies. So if we're expecting anything XXX CHF to be bullish, then we want the weaker currency of, nah, you're good, bro, you're good. We want the weaker currency of AUD and NZD to pair with CHF, because we want to pair the weakest and the strongest currencies. Also, NZD has news on the week, AUD doesn't. Do we have CPI this week? I forget what news it was. Let me check. I don't think there was CPI, but I could be wrong. Is there? PPI on Friday. All right, let me keep going. Monthly consolidation here, weekly. Has failed to shift bearish from this fair value area here. Weekly internal to external, but it's failing to shift. So until it does, not too interesting. Euro, CHF, internal to external on the monthly, weekly. Strong pullback to that monthly fair value gap. Now the weekly, creating a new fair value gap out. This looks bullish. I like this a lot. Euro pound has been weak, which would indicate that euro is weaker than pound. Weekly internal to external. Euro pound shorts were pretty solid from this weekly level. This stop hunt was so obvious, bro. This stop hunt was so obvious. We did not have any new fair value gaps lower, so this leg becomes very sus to be stop hunted. This is another reason why I don't trail my stops anymore. You know, my data has taught me not to do so and not to dull the edge. Had you been trailing your stop to this leg or wherever, you're fried. But yeah, this looks good. I like this. Add that to the short list. Monthly is bullish. Weekly. Euro yen is so strong right now. Daily internal to external. Problem is there's like no range right now to operate within. It's already so close. I'll add it to the long list, but monthly internal to external. I really like Euro NZD. I already know. I was looking at this before. This looks really good. Monthly internal to external. The daily needs to shift state of delivery. We need to see the daily create a fair value gap lower. Once we get that, I will be interested in Euro NZD shorts very much. Bullish order flow seems to be essentially targeting that sell side. We have this weekly fair value gap up here. Daily consolidation, pretty gross. Not the biggest fan of this. Monthly, did not trade into that monthly fair value gap. Headed higher off the weekly. Daily, added to the wait list. Potentially if we get daily context, but right now there's just nothing. This had SMT with Euro, CHF. So we want the stronger of Euro or pound. So we want pound. We want pound CHF. It has this SMT. Pound is stronger than Euro. So if we're going to be longing XXX CHF pairs, we want the stronger currency as the base currency. So you would want pound in this scenario. Going to add this to the long list. Daily internal to external potentially. I have an alert set at that daily for value gap. Pound yen. Weekly breakaway gap. Daily internal to external. Pound NZD. consolidation, immediate skip. I'm good. Monthly internal to external on New Zealand dollar CAD. Daily is changing state of delivery. This looks really nice for longs actually, but yeah, this looks good. I like this a lot. New Zealand dollar CAD looks really nice. Big fan, big fan. Monthly consolidation, weekly. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this. Monthly, potentially a breakaway gap. Weekly, no fair value gaps to operate within. Daily, context is gone. Not bad, but not much we can do with that. Indices at all-time highs. There is this weekly fair value gap that we did not want to trade into. We had SMT, NQ traded into it. ES did not. Daily fair value gap here. Could potentially head higher off of. Want to submit to that trend, to the higher time frame order flow. Add them both to the long list. Gonna be the same analysis on NQ. Can potentially head higher from here in that daily fair value gap. Russell is much weaker. I'm not interested in that. It looks really gross. Look at the difference. See the difference? This is exactly what I'm talking about in terms of price showing willingness to expand, showing intention. Look at the other indices compared to ES and NQ. Right? Clear difference in terms of intention, in terms of willingness to expand. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for intention from price, one-sidedness. But isn't EG already at second stage in market maker sell model, considering we have a second leg 4-hour fair value gap off of weekly? I don't consider this a second leg personally. We have this 4-hour sell model within this context. So within this boundary, that is where the 4-hour sell model will occur. I consider this stage 1. This is the lower risk sell. Once we create this new fair value gap, lower, this to me is stage 1. And then this next retracement be stage 2. I basically, the way I look at it, and this is stuff you don't need to worry about. It's not even worth stressing over or thinking about. Like, I don't need to think about it at all. You're just wasting brain points, honestly, to be blunt and honest with you. But to answer your question, the way that I define low risk stage 1, stage 2 is based on the fair value gaps. So once we create this new fair value gap lower, that's the low risk. Then we create this new fair value gap lower, that's stage 1. We're going to create a new fair value gap lower, that's stage 2. So that's how I do it. But again, I wouldn't even waste brain points thinking about that. It's just little nitpicky stuff that doesn't really matter, to be completely honest. Commodities. We've been bullish on crude oil. You've been watching my forecast, watching my streams, you know this. Monthly fair value to liquidity. Weekly breakaway gaps, strength, clear one-sidedness, clear intention, 2 head higher, likely a weekly breakaway gap. Daily market maker buy model. Not much to do here. I'm gonna add it to the wait list because I like it a lot. It feels obvious, but there's no context right now. So metals are setting up really nice. Been bullish on metals. Been saying I want to see, higher prices on commodities from these fair value gaps here. So those that trade commodities, really nice swings potentially. Really nice swings. Big fan. The daily has now changed state of delivery. We have it in alignment. Everything is set to head higher on metals. Both of these, or all 3 of these, look really good. So if you're going to take a swing, you want to pick the strongest one. High probability, change in state of delivery here. Exactly what I was talking about before. Stop hunt, fair value gap higher, body closed above the opening price. This now becomes fair value. That is our change in state of delivery. We want to see higher prices. I don't think that this will get retested. I think that'll be a breakaway gap. I'm just saying that, yeah, you know, I was just using that to highlight change in state of delivery. But I don't think that this gets retested. If anything, we'll create a fair value gap here and head higher off of this. It's a much more likely scenario in my opinion. Yeah, I mixed them up. I thought it's low risk then stage. Yeah. No, it's low risk, stage 1, stage 2. And I determined it based on the fair value gaps. So once we create that fair value gap lower, the low risk is confirmed. Once we create another fair value gap lower off of that, that'll be stage 1, and then so on and so forth. What about natural gas? I don't chart natural gas, but I can look at it if you want. Natural gas is just kind of weird. Yeah, this is really one-sided right now, though, I will say. Is natural gas inverse of crude oil? Is that how that works? I honestly don't know. Monthly, bearish order flow. Weekly, breakaway gap. Showing clear intention to want to target this sell side down here. Looks really one-sided and clear for shorts. Daily for value gap up here. Likely a breakaway gap. Should just see more downside. If you want to swing AUD or CHF, you don't really need news, just be on bigger time frame. Yeah, I agree, but I like to have news on the week. You don't necessarily need it, you can get away with it, but news is always nice to make sure that price is going to have the energy to get where it wants to go. Alright, well, this is what we're at right now for my watch list for the week. This is my long list. This is my short list. This is my wait list. Things look pretty good. This looks like it's going to be a pretty fruitful week per se. If love is swept, I don't know what that means, bro. That's if love is swept, it goes to fair value gap. I don't know what you're saying. That's a lot of pairs for this week. Yeah. This is how I do it. So I will slowly diminish this. This will slowly diminish throughout the week, and it will get reduced down to only the highest probability of these. But yeah, right now it's a pretty large amount of things on the long list. But as the week progresses, things will slowly get taken off. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Do a couple more questions. I'll answer some questions. But that's pretty much the forecast. That's everything that I have. Let me know if you guys have anything you want me to look at or anything you're confused about. I'm down to clear some things up right here. Any idea on Bitcoin? I rarely look at crypto, but I'll do it. Hold on. I think I should use the CFD. Monthly. This is not a good sign. Not a good sign for the Bitcoin bulls. You would have wanted to see new expansion off of this fair value gap originally. Not the best thing to see. You know, us failing to want to head higher off of that. We had this nice internal to external. Would have wanted to see some more expansion. We may just stop hunt this low. You know, it may just literally be a sweep right here. Potentially head higher. Depends on, you know, 4 hour and if we continue bullish. But we always want to submit to the higher time frame trend and to the higher time frame order flow. So right now, you know, this could literally just be a stop hunt on the monthly to continue higher. I would want to be gauging the lower time frame order flow, but those shorts were really nice right here. Those look really good. Stop hunt, potentially head higher. You want to see the daily now get in alignment. So I don't know, could go either way. I would favor still, stop hunting this, but we'll have to see what happens. This is not ideal to have not expanded already off of that for value gap on the monthly. So if for swing, it's preferable to have news on the week for that pair. Why look at news in the first place if for swing is preferable? What do you mean? Because I always like to have news. I demand news personally. For me, I demand news on the week. You don't necessarily need to do it. A lot of people trade on days without news, but for me, it's a requirement. It's a guarantee that there's going to be energy and expansion. It's a guarantee that price will actually want to move that week, as opposed to just hoping that it moves without news. Does news happen on Bitcoin too? Does it affect it there? I think just USD news. Because it's Bitcoin over US dollar. So just Dixie news, USD news. Yeah, but in the case of AUD-CHF, we do not have news, so we should still trade it. Yeah, but you have NZD news and they're correlated. There should still be some volatility. So yeah, you can still trade AUD-CHF. Yeah. AUD, CHF, NZD, CHF. Definitely favor AUD, CHF. But yeah, that's really it for the forecast. If you guys don't have any other questions. I'm really tired today. I'm not gonna lie. Hungover. But I'm glad I did the forecast and got the prep in. So probably gonna wrap up the stream here. I hope that you guys did enjoy. I hope that it was insightful. I appreciate you guys always tuning in. Let's have a good week. And new video coming soon. I'll drop another video this week. So I appreciate you guys always tuning in with me and showing love. I hope that you guys extract value from the things that I'm posting and the stuff that I teach. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Enjoy the Sunday, enjoy the time with the family, whatever, kids. And let's lock in this week. We'll have a good week. All right, peace out, guys.